I'm Basil Sturrup, and thanks for logging on to Power of Truth YouTube channel. And welcome to Challenges Make Life Amazing. For the next few moments, I will share with you how 3 of my mentors embraced their adversities, overcame them, and went on to be inspirational icons for millions of people. Number 1, always have a positive attitude. Too often we share with others the things that adversity do to us, instead of the things that we do to adversity. You were not created to be a victim. You were created to be a victor. And this is the foundation upon which these 4 principles stand. So let's get into this. What steps do you need to follow in order to transform all of your challenges, obstacles, and difficult situations into stepping stones to make your life amazing? No matter what comes your way, take a positive stance. And here is one of the ways to do this. Change a couple of words in your vocabulary. For instance, replace the word that invokes self-pity and replace that word with a word that engenders thanksgiving and strength. There was an Asian man who took the word failure out of his vocabulary and replaced that word with the word mistake, and it transformed his thought processes and the way he saw life. Do this and you will never be the same again. For example, if you're working on an invention idea and it did not work, instead of saying I failed, say I made a mistake. By looking at the situation from the perspective of just making a mistake, it places you at a point of strength, which means that it would always be easier to correct, because it's much easier to correct a mistake than to focus on the idea that you have failed. Another word you may want to change are the words I have to the words I get to. By replacing the words I have to with the words I get to can give you a positive outlook on life. Do you ever notice how many times we say that we have to do something and then the thing becomes annoying? I have to go to work. I have to do the grocery shopping. I have to pay the rent or the mortgage. By changing the word have to the word get, we'll create a different atmosphere. I don't have to go to work. I'm actually blessed because I get to go to work. I get to go to the grocery store. Even I get to pay the rent. It's something millions of people would love to be in the position to do right now. Your attitude will quickly change from seeing work, providing, taking medication as dismal obligations, and you will become grateful for things instead of complaining about them. The key to having a good attitude is your ability to replace the negative with the positive, and you will be thankful for some of the things that you have become accustomed to complaining about. Make this change in your life and you will be happier and less stressed. After you develop a positive attitude towards life, the best way to keep that attitude is to spread that attitude with other people around you. I can hear you asking me, so how do I do that? It's pretty simple. Place some focus on how you can bring joy to other people's lives. The things you do to bring joy to someone else will not only make you feel better, but it will help you to realize the immense impact your attitude has on other people around you. So always have a positive or a good attitude. Let's go to number 2. Always remember that adversity has a purpose, and the purpose is to make you stronger and to make you a better person. Adversity exposes the cracks and the leaks in our lives. Most people never realize character flaws or shortcomings until they're facing something that creates an obstacle. Begin to see your challenges as an opportunity to get stronger. Adversity is like weight. The more you lift it, the stronger you will become. You see, adverse circumstances are also designed to make you a better person or to refine your character. That's because whatever is inside you will come out in an adversity. I've heard people say, this situation caused me to use profanity or to respond in a particular way. The truth is, it was not the situation that caused you to behave that way, to be violent or to be rude or to seek revenge. The adversity only exposed what is really existing deep within you. Things that may need to change so that you can become a better person. The adversity only reveals what is beneath the surface. Adversity is transformational. It's a guide that shows you how to turn challenges into a catalyst for change. And when you see problems as a thing that makes you stronger, then you will become excited about life, and you will find the inner strength to turn what was meant to be a tragedy into a story of triumph. Begin to see adversity as the key to achieving lasting success. It is the thing that awakens your creative juices and help you to build a certain level of grit and make you determined to get to the other side of pain. So let's move on to number 3. Adversity will cause you to ask for help. It makes us humble and gives us a willingness to learn. It helps us to understand that we don't know everything. Don't revel in your present struggle. Learn how to have fun. Just ask for answers. And number 4, embrace your adversities and it will help you to reinvent yourself. I just want to add one more. Use adversity to be inspired by the lives of others. Hold on to the stories of modern-day heroes. Know that you are capable of being the next great story somebody will read about. Reflect on how they dug their heels in during their times of fear and devastation. I'm going to share with you stories of 3 people that have inspired me: Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, and Nelson Mandela. Oprah Winfrey was born to teenage parents. At an early age, her father and mother separated, and Oprah and her mother lived in poverty for the first 6 years of her life. As a child, she was bullied because she wore dresses made out of potato sacks. When Oprah was 9, she started to be sexually assaulted by her cousin, uncle, and other family friends. This continued for many years. She ran away from home at the age of 14 and fell pregnant soon after. She gave birth to a son who died shortly after birth. As she went to school, something happened. Oprah used the opportunity of getting an education to help her to become who she is today. Another one of my mentors is President Barack Obama. He was born on August 4th, 1961 in Hawaii. From age 6 through 10, Obama lived with his mother and stepfather in Indonesia, where he attended Catholic school and Muslim schools. Concerned for his education, Obama's mother sent him back to Hawaii to live with her parents, Stanley and Madeline Dunham. While Barack was in school, his mother divorced his stepfather. He enjoyed playing basketball and, as he later admitted, dabbling in drugs and alcohol, including marijuana and cocaine. Obama left Hawaii for college, enrolling first at Occidental College in Los Angeles for his freshman and sophomore years, and then on to Columbia University in New York City. Obama accepted an offer to work as a community organizer in Chicago's South Side. Obama's main assignment as an organizer was to launch the church-funded Developing Communities Project, and in particular to pressure Chicago's City Hall to improve conditions in the poorly maintained public housing project. He went on to become a senator and the first African American president of the United States of America. My third mentor, Nelson Mandela, is described by South Africa as the father of the nation. After 27 years in prison, much of that spent digging limestone, when journalists wrote about this man, they most often talk about his extraordinary capacity for forgiveness. The story has become a legend, how the notorious revolutionary befriended his jailers, asking them about their children, indulging them in small acts of human kindness, refusing to allow bitterness and hatred to take root because he knew these things would destroy him. 18 years into his time in prison on Robben Island, Mandela said in his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, "Some mornings I walked out into the courtyard and every living thing there, the seagulls, the small trees, and even the stray blades of grass seemed to smile and shine in the sun. It was at such times when I perceived the beauty of even the small closed-in corner of the world that I knew that someday my people and I would be free." Mandela said, although he founded the African National Congress, deep within his heart, he was always hoping for the day when South Africa would become a society of racial equality. Mandela said, "I always knew there is mercy and generosity. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite." That is one reason why we love his story so much, because he is a model, perhaps the greatest model in modern times, of balance in leadership, of sternness and humility, of strength and compassion, warriorship and tenderness, in the person of a single leader. He was kind and also tough. What a magnificent legacy that is. What a magnificent life he lived. So I call your attention back to the 4 principles that these people constantly used to be successful. And I don't want you to ever forget them. In the midst of adversity, always have a positive attitude. Always remember that adversity has a purpose. In the midst of adversity, when you don't have the answers, humble yourself and ask for help. Number 4, embrace adversity. And remember the 5th one that I added. You can always gain inspiration from those who have successfully gone before you.